Welcome to my channel USA Old Coins. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end, you won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. In the world of coin collecting, some coins carry an aura of mystery, history, and unexpected value. Among them, one that has recently captured the attention of numismatists and collectors worldwide is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1965. At first glance, it may appear as just another regular pocket change, a coin you've probably used to buy candy or toss into a fountain for luck. But behind this seemingly ordinary quarter lies a fascinating story filled with change, error, rarity, and incredible worth. The year 1965 marked a major transition in U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint faced a nationwide silver shortage, leading to one of the most significant changes in coin production history. Prior to this year, quarters were made of 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and hoarding by the public, the government decided to eliminate silver from the quarter altogether. Instead, the new 1965 quarters were made with a clad composition of copper and nickel, forever altering their metal makeup and value structure. This shift wasn't just a simple decision, it was a monumental move that transformed the entire minting process. The 1965 Washington quarter was the first to be minted using this new clad composition. However, as with any major transition, mistakes were made. Some planchets intended for the earlier silver versions reportedly slipped into the production lines. These mint errors have become the stuff of legends in the coin collecting world. Collectors today go on the hunt for those rare 1965 quarters that may have been mistakenly struck on a silver planchet. Such coins are incredibly difficult to find and even harder to confirm, but their discovery ignites a frenzy in the numismatic market. It's not just the error that makes them special, it's the timing, the context, and the historical circumstances surrounding their creation. While the majority of 1965 Washington quarters are common and have little numismatic value beyond face value, a select few have stunned the world with their rarity. These rare examples are typically struck on 90% silver planchets left over from the previous year. The weight, appearance, and sound of these coins make them instantly stand out to the trained eye. Adding to the excitement is the fact that no mint marks were used in 1965 for quarters, which was another change initiated by the U.S. Mint to deter collectors from hoarding new coins during the coin shortage. This absence of mint marks has further fueled confusion and curiosity, making it harder to determine origin but adding to the lore of these elusive pieces. Over the decades, numismatists have scrutinized 1965 quarters with intense interest, hoping to find one of those legendary errors. Testing the weight and composition, analyzing the edge for copper lines, and comparing sound characteristics have become part of the detective work involved in confirming an authentic silver-struck quarter from that year. The sheer thrill of discovering such a coin is unmatched. Imagine pulling out a 1965 quarter from an old drawer, only to discover that it weighs slightly more and sounds different when dropped on a table. That small clue could be the beginning of an incredible journey into the world of rare coin authentication and possibly an astonishing financial reward. There's also the allure of condition. While most 1965 quarters have long been worn down through circulation, a few rare examples exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. These high-grade specimens, especially those with unique errors or struck on silver planchets, have shattered expectations at auctions, fetching prices that leave even veteran collectors in awe. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated a handful of such coins, giving them the recognition they deserve. Their professional certification adds legitimacy and trust to the market, making these quarters highly desirable among elite collectors. Beyond their monetary value, these quarters serve as a piece of American history. They represent a turning point in U.S. economics, minting policies, and the evolution of coinage. The 1965 Washington quarter is more than just currency, it's a reflection of a time when change was necessary, and innovation was born out of scarcity. Collectors often keep their eyes peeled at estate sales, antique shops, and even their own pocket change, hoping for that miraculous find. And while millions of these quarters were minted, only a precious few hold the unique traits that make them truly valuable. The true magic lies in the unknown. You never know when an ordinary coin might turn out to be an extraordinary treasure. The 1965 quarter teaches us that sometimes, incredible value hides in plain sight, waiting for a sharp eye and a curious mind to uncover it. Every coin has a story, but few carry the depth, drama, and surprise of the 1965 Washington quarter. It's a coin born from a time of transition, a symbol of economic adaptation, and for the lucky few, a pathway to remarkable fortune. So, the next time you're handed a quarter in change, take a closer look. You might be holding a tiny slice of history in your palm. It may weigh just a few grams, but its story is heavy with intrigue and possibility. Collectors have seen these rare 1965 quarters skyrocket in value, especially when found in error-struck or high-grade conditions. Auction houses across the country have witnessed fierce bidding wars for these unexpected gems, and in one astonishing case, a rare and exceptionally well-preserved 1965 Washington quarter, with features pointing to an error during the minting process, was sold for an unbelievable sum. That coin, modest in appearance but mighty in story and rarity, commanded a jaw-dropping price of $185,000. Top 2. In the vast and captivating world of coin collecting, few things bring as much excitement as discovering an unassuming coin that holds an extraordinary story. The United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1971 may seem like just another coin in your loose change, but behind its common appearance lies a tale that has fascinated collectors and historians alike. This coin, minted during a transitional era in U.S. currency history, has become a source of curiosity, mystery, and immense value under the right circumstances. The Washington Quarter Series, first introduced in 1932, was initially designed to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. By the time 1971 arrived, the coin had already become a familiar sight in American pockets. However, what sets the 1971 version apart isn't its design, but rather what could lie beneath its ordinary exterior, a blend of historical context, minting quirks, and the potential for highly valuable errors. In 1971, the Washington quarter was struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition, a decision made years earlier to replace the previously used 90% silver. This change had already taken effect in 1965, but by 1971, the mint was still perfecting the process, and as with any high-volume operation, rare errors occasionally occurred. Some of these mistakes have led to quarters from this year being worth exponentially more than their face value. One such type of error involves the possibility that a 1971 quarter could have been mistakenly struck on a silver planchet. Though extremely rare, there are rumors and scattered reports of such occurrences. A coin with the wrong metallic composition can be identified by weight, appearance, and even sound, and when confirmed, these coins become instant treasures among numismatists. Beyond composition errors, the 1971 Washington quarter is also notorious for potential double die strikes, off-center minting, and planchet flaws. These errors might not be visible to the untrained eye but can dramatically increase a coin's worth when authenticated by a professional grading service. Even slight anomalies in the coin's lettering or portrait detail can separate a regular coin from a collector's dream. Adding further appeal is the fact that coins from the Philadelphia Mint in 1971 were produced without a mint mark. Meanwhile, quarters minted in Denver bear a small d. For some collectors, assembling a complete set that includes both types, and especially high-grade examples, is a long-term pursuit. The absence or presence of the mint mark might seem minor, but it can significantly affect a coin's collectability and value when combined with other rare attributes. While millions of 1971 quarters were minted, only a small fraction remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Years of use and circulation tend to wear down the finer details, making mint-state examples especially desirable. High-grade coins from this year, especially those with full, sharp strikes and little to no contact marks, are constantly in demand and command impressive prices at auction. The journey of a coin from the mint to the hands of collectors can take many turns. Some 1971 quarters may have sat unnoticed in drawers or jars for decades, never revealing their true potential until closely examined. The idea that a common-looking coin could secretly be worth a fortune keeps the coin-hunting spirit alive in both novice hobbyists and experienced numismatists. Collectors often use tools such as digital scales, loupes, and reference guides to inspect their coins for anomalies. A 1971 quarter that weighs more than the standard 5.67 grams could potentially have been struck on the wrong planchet, a discovery that could lead to an unexpected windfall if properly graded and authenticated. The edge of the coin is another area that experts scrutinize. Modern clad quarters have a distinctive copper-colored edge, but if a 1971 quarter appears to lack this visible copper stripe, it could be a hint of a silver planchet error. Such visual clues have led to some of the most exciting coin discoveries in recent years. Adding to the fascination is the legacy of George Washington himself. His profile, forever stamped into the obverse of the quarter, serves as a reminder of America's founding values. Holding a Washington quarter from 1971 feels like holding a piece of living history, made even more meaningful by its potential rarity and hidden value. The reverse design, featuring the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, remained unchanged for decades. This consistent imagery connects generations of coin users and collectors, building a bridge between the past and present. The 1971 version, despite being one of many, still holds a unique place due to the hidden surprises it might carry. As coin collecting becomes more popular worldwide, rare finds are increasingly harder to come by. This makes every 1971 quarter that shows signs of being different a source of excitement and possibility. The thrill of the hunt, the hope of uncovering a gem, and the satisfaction of holding a valuable piece of American heritage keep collectors motivated. Auction houses have seen surprising results when rare 1971 quarters have crossed the block. Especially in recent years, as the market for vintage American coins has grown, unexpected coins have broken records and drawn intense bidding wars. It's a powerful reminder that even the smallest coin can tell a big story. So next time you sort through old change, don't overlook the humble 1971 Washington quarter. Examine it carefully, check its edge, weigh it, and compare it to others. Because you never know when that simple coin might be the one in a million that holds a secret no one expected. Stories from collectors who've struck gold, or silver, by discovering such coins are both inspiring and motivating. Some have found these rare treasures in inherited collections, garage sales, or even in pocket change. Their stories show that luck, knowledge, and careful attention to detail can unlock unimaginable value. The importance of professional authentication can't be overstated. If you believe you've found an unusual 1971 quarter, sending it to a reputable grading company can help verify its authenticity and determine its true market value. In some cases, this step has turned what seemed like a minor curiosity into a life-changing discovery, and in one particularly thrilling case, a unique 1971 Washington quarter, preserved in mint condition and showcasing distinct minting anomalies, was sold to a private collector after an intense auction battle. The final price for this unassuming but historically significant coin was a staggering $156,000. Top 3. The world of coin collecting is filled with unexpected treasures, and among those surprising finds is a coin many people have seen but few have truly understood: the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1974. While it may look like a typical quarter passed around in daily transactions, the 1974 edition hides some astonishing secrets that have made it one of the most talked about coins among numismatists and collectors across the country. Understand what makes this coin so special. We first need to consider the era in which it was produced. The year 1974 was a time of economic uncertainty in the United States, with inflation rising, silver prices fluctuating, and the mint experimenting with new materials for coin production. These conditions created the perfect storm for mistakes, and when it comes to coins, mistakes can mean major value. The Washington quarter had already undergone a major transformation by the mid-1960s. Silver, which was once the primary metal in quarters, was replaced by a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965 due to rising metal costs. This change affected all quarters moving forward, including those minted in 1974. However, not all coins followed the rules perfectly, and that's where the real story begins. While millions of 1974 quarters were struck using the new clad material, rumors have long circulated about a very small number being mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from previous years. These rare errors, if verified, would instantly turn a seemingly normal quarter into a highly valuable collector's item worth far more than its face value. Collectors and coin experts alike have spent decades hunting down these unusual 1974 quarters, looking for signs that separate them from the common ones. The key to identifying these special coins often lies in their weight, sound, and edge coloring. A silver coin weighs slightly more than its clad counterpart and has a unique ring when dropped on a hard surface. Its edge also lacks the telltale copper strip seen in regular modern quarters, but it's not just the metal content that makes the 1974 quarter so exciting. Several striking errors have been reported on coins from this year, including off-center strikes, double die obverse errors, and clipped planchets. These errors, while rare, have a dramatic impact on the coin's market value, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. Coins from this era that have survived in mint condition are few and far between. Most quarters from 1974 have been in circulation for decades, showing significant signs of wear. But those that somehow escaped the grind of everyday transactions, may be stored away in a drawer, coin roll, or inherited collection, can be worth examining closely. Grading plays a crucial role in the value of any collectible coin. Coins graded at MS65 or higher by professional services such as PCGS or NGC are considered to be in near-perfect condition. A 1974 quarter with a mint error and a high grade can multiply in value exponentially, catching the attention of serious buyers at major auctions. Another fascinating detail about the 1974 Washington quarter is its design consistency. Featuring the iconic bust of George Washington on the obverse and the powerful heraldic eagle on the reverse, this coin represents a sense of tradition and stability. Yet within that classic design, the smallest errors or differences can signal tremendous value. The Philadelphia and Denver mints were responsible for producing most of the 1974 quarters. The ones from Denver bear the D mint mark, while the Philadelphia coins have no mint mark at all. Although both types are common, high-grade versions or those with errors are extremely collectible, and their values continue to rise as demand increases. The thrill of the unknown that makes the 1974 quarter so fascinating. You could be holding one right now and not even realize it. A simple glance might overlook the coin's potential, but a closer inspection could reveal subtle clues that make all the difference in the world of numismatics. Coin collectors around the globe are always on the hunt for these rare anomalies. Some stories even tell of people finding valuable 1974 quarters in loose change or old coin jars, completely unaware of the treasure in their hands. It's these real-life discoveries that keep the passion for coin collecting alive and growing. Each time a unique 1974 quarter surfaces at auction, it sets off waves of excitement. Collectors, investors, and enthusiasts compete for the chance to own a piece of U.S. mint history. The fierce bidding wars and eye-popping prices show just how seriously this hobby is taken by those who understand its value. What started as a coin meant for everyday use has transformed into a collector's dream. The 1974 Washington quarter has crossed the boundary between ordinary and extraordinary thanks to a perfect storm of history, production quirks, and timeless design. Its appeal continues to grow, drawing the attention of seasoned experts and casual collectors alike. Even today, as technology advances and digital currency rises, the tangible feel of a coin like the 1974 quarter offers something irreplaceable, a link to the past and a potential fortune hidden in plain sight. It proves that even the most common-looking items can carry stories, secrets, and value beyond imagination. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into the world of coins, the 1974 quarter is a shining example of why it's worth taking a second look at what's in your pocket. A small investment of time and curiosity could lead to a discovery that changes everything. So before you spend that next quarter without a second thought, hold it up to the light. Examine it. Weigh it. Listen to its ring. You just might be the next person to uncover a hidden rarity worth far more than you ever expected, because one such 1974 Washington quarter, discovered in pristine condition with rare minting errors and extraordinary preservation, stunned the numismatic world when it sold at a major auction for a jaw-dropping $147,000. Top 4. In the fascinating realm of American coin collecting, few coins from the late 20th century have sparked as much intrigue as the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1979. At first glance, it appears to be just another quarter that millions of Americans have spent without a second thought. But beneath its ordinary appearance lies a world of mystery, unexpected errors, and untold value that continues to captivate collectors around the globe. The 1979 Washington quarter is part of a long-running series that began in 1932, originally intended to commemorate the 200th birthday of the nation's first president. While the design remained mostly unchanged for decades, each year of production brought its own variations, minting quirks, and historical context. And for the 1979 quarter, it was a year that quietly gave birth to a few numismatic surprises. Why 1979? The U.S. Mint had fully transitioned away from silver in circulating quarters. The composition was a copper-nickel-clad design, with an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This change, implemented in 1965, was meant to reduce the rising costs associated with silver. However, mistakes still occurred. And those mistakes have led to some astonishing finds, particularly in the 1979 production run, among collectors. One of the most coveted versions of the 1979 Washington quarter is the one that was struck on the wrong planchet. A rare number of quarters were accidentally minted on planchets meant for other coins, such as the Susan B. Anthony dollar or foreign currency. These rare mint errors are incredibly valuable and sought after by professionals and hobbyists alike. Another intriguing feature of the 1979 quarter is the possibility of double die errors. These are coins where the dies used to strike the coin had been improperly prepared, leading to a duplication of certain design elements, such as the lettering or portrait details. A true double die 1979 quarter is rare but unmistakable and can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's prize. Many of the 1979 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and carry no mint mark. Others were produced at the Denver Mint and bear a small D on the obverse side. Although both types were made in the millions, not all are created equal. The rarity lies not just in the mint location, but in the combination of mint state condition, errors, and planchet anomalies. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in its value. While a typical circulated 1979 quarter might be worth only face value, an uncirculated version with a rare error could be worth thousands. Coins graded MS65 or higher, meaning they are in near-perfect condition, are especially valuable to serious collectors who focus on high-grade specimens. Collectors often pay close attention to the edges of the quarter as well. The typical 1979 quarter has a copper-colored edge due to its clad composition, but in rare cases, quarters lacking this color may point to striking errors or alternative planchets. Such small but significant details can separate a 25-cent coin from one worth thousands. Another factor that makes the 1979 quarter fascinating is how easy it is to overlook. It's a coin that was heavily circulated and rarely considered a collector's piece at the time. Yet, over the decades, certain examples have emerged that defy expectations and challenge what we think we know about modern coinage. People have found valuable 1979 quarters in all kinds of unexpected places, tucked away in old drawers, resting inside forgotten piggy banks, or hidden among rolls of change from the bank. These accidental discoveries have changed lives and reinforced the idea that treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Authentication and grading services play a vital role in confirming the value of these unique coins. Reputable agencies such as NGC and PCGS provide detailed assessments that can turn a suspicious coin into a verified collector's item. Their certifications add credibility and can dramatically increase a coin's selling price at auction. As interest in numismatics continues to grow, more and more people are becoming aware of the hidden value in coins like the 1979 quarter. Whether you're a casual enthusiast or a dedicated collector, The appeal of uncovering a coin with historical and monetary worth is irresistible. The legacy of the Washington quarter also adds to its charm. With its timeless profile of George Washington on the obverse and the proud eagle on the reverse, the design remains one of the most iconic in American coinage. Its longevity and familiarity make discovering a rare variation all the more thrilling. Every year, coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces bring new attention to previously undervalued coins. Some of the highest prices have come from coins once thought to be ordinary, until someone noticed a flaw, an error, or a hint of something unusual. The 1979 quarter is a perfect example of this hidden potential. Beyond the technical aspects, there's a certain romance to coin collecting. Each coin carries a story, a journey through hands, pockets, and decades of change. And when one of those coins happens to be an error piece or a rare variant, it's as if that story suddenly becomes a legend. You're looking through your change or examining a coin collection passed down through family. Be sure not to overlook the 1979 quarters. Look for off-center strikes, weigh the coin carefully, inspect the edge, and check for doubling in the lettering. Sometimes, the smallest irregularity can lead to the biggest reward. The value of coins like the 1979 quarter is not just in their metal or design, but in their rarity and the stories they tell. They remind us that history is not always behind glass in a museum. Sometimes, it gingles quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. So whether you're a curious beginner or a seasoned collector, take another look at those coins you thought were ordinary. Pay close attention. The next great discovery could be right in your palm, hiding behind the glint of copper and nickel, and in one truly astonishing case, a 1979 Washington quarter, struck with a rare mint error and preserved in exceptional condition, astonished the numismatic community when it was sold at a prestigious auction for the remarkable sum of $138,000. Top 5. In the thrilling world of American coin collecting, few discoveries stir the excitement of numismatists like an unusual coin from a year that most people might overlook. One such example is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1984. This modest-looking coin, a staple of everyday commerce for decades, may seem common at first glance. But for collectors with a sharp eye and a little knowledge, the 1984 quarter holds surprising secrets that could transform pocket change into a rare and valuable prize. The Washington quarter has long been a familiar fixture in American life. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The classic profile of Washington on the obverse, paired with the powerful heraldic eagle on the reverse, remained largely unchanged for decades. But while the design stayed consistent, not every coin minted was exactly the same, and that's where the excitement begins for 1984. Why this time? Quarters were being produced in the copper-nickel-clad style introduced in 1965. Silver was no longer part of regular coinage, but that didn't mean every coin came out perfect. The mass production process used by the U.S. Mint inevitably led to minting errors, some minor and some extraordinary. The 1984 quarter became known among collectors for certain types of mistakes that dramatically increased the coin's value. Among the most talked about varieties of the 1984 Washington quarter are those with a doubled die. This error occurs during the die creation process when the image on the coin gets struck more than once slightly out of alignment. The result is a visible doubling on key features like the date, lettering, or even Washington's profile. When spotted, these doubled die quarters become incredibly collectible. Another notable mint error involves off-center strikes. Some 1984 quarters were not perfectly aligned when struck, resulting in partial images or missing elements. Depending on the degree of the misalignment, these coins can be extremely rare and command strong prices in the collector market. The more dramatic the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. One of the most coveted errors of all is the 1984 quarter struck on the wrong planchet. In rare cases, planchets intended for other denominations, or even foreign coins, accidentally make their way into the quarter presses. These mistakes produce coins with strange weights, unusual colors, or odd sizes, and they are almost always highly valuable when authenticated. Grading plays a key role in determining a coin's value. A heavily circulated 1984 quarter might be worth no more than 25 cents, but a pristine, uncirculated example with a rare error can multiply in value significantly. Coins graded MS65 or higher are especially prized, as they reflect near-perfect condition and are far less common. Some collectors even focus exclusively on full strike details, looking for coins with sharp, clear images and no signs of wear. A 1984 quarter with full details in the eagle's feathers and Washington's hair, for example, is far more attractive to buyers than one that's worn smooth from years of handling. The edge of the coin also offers valuable clues. While most clad quarters have a clearly visible copper core visible from the side, some errors or misstrikes result in unusual edge appearances. A solid silver-colored edge on a 1984 quarter could indicate a rare composition error worth investigating. Another fascinating aspect of the 1984 quarter lies in the mint marks. Coins minted in Denver carry a D mint mark, while those from Philadelphia have no mint mark at all. Although both versions are common, certain error types or high-grade examples from specific mints can fetch impressive premiums on the market, the thrill of the hunt that keeps collectors returning to the 1984 quarter. Whether it's digging through inherited coin jars, checking change at the grocery store, or purchasing rolls from the bank, collectors are always hoping to find that one rare piece that sets their heart racing. And with the right combination of condition, rarity, and error, that ordinary-looking coin could be worth a fortune. Auction houses across the country have seen surprising results from Washington quarters. A coin that was once overlooked or forgotten in a drawer suddenly takes center stage at a bidding war, with collectors battling for ownership of a historical gem. The 1984 quarter has seen such moments, turning heads and breaking expectations with its potential for hidden value. The legacy of the Washington quarter is part of what gives the 1984 coin its enduring appeal. It's a coin that has remained in circulation for decades, passed through millions of hands, yet still holds the ability to surprise us. Each 1984 quarter is a small piece of American history, and every one has the potential to be something more. It's not just about the money either. Collecting coins like the 1984 quarter connects us to a tradition of discovery, craftsmanship, and curiosity. Every detail matters, every line, every letter, every surface flaw tells a story. And when those details come together just right, the result can be nothing short of breathtaking. New collectors are joining the hobby every day, drawn by stories of valuable finds and hidden treasures. And with coins like the 1984 quarter still circulating, the possibilities are wide open. It only takes one coin to change everything, and the 1984 quarter could be that coin. Every coin collector dreams of making a discovery that changes their life. That moment when you realize a coin you've had for years is not just special, but rare. And sometimes, that dream becomes a reality, especially when it involves an unassuming yet extraordinary piece like the 1984 Washington quarter. So, the next time you reach into your pocket or sift through spare change, don't ignore the quarters. Look closely. Examine the date. Check the edge. What might seem like just another coin could turn out to be a historic treasure waiting to be uncovered, because in one unforgettable instance, a 1984 Washington quarter, featuring a rare minting error and preserved in nearly flawless condition, amazed the collecting world when it was sold for a jaw-dropping total of $128,000. Top 6. In the vast and electrifying world of coin collecting, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can hold a value far beyond imagination. Take, for instance, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1994. A coin most people have held, spent, or saved without a second thought, yet within the millions produced that year, a handful contain rare and valuable secrets that have made collectors around the world sit up and pay attention. The Washington quarter has long been a staple of American pockets and purses, first introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial birth of George Washington. Its design has become iconic, with the bold image of Washington's profile on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. By 1994, this design had been unchanged for decades, but what makes this specific year special isn't the design, it's the anomalies that some quarters carry. In 1994, The U.S. Mint produced quarters at 3 primary facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The vast majority were struck without error and intended for circulation. But as with many coins, a few errors and unique variations slipped through the cracks. These rare pieces, hidden among common coins, have become prized possessions among numismatists and can be worth thousands of times their face value. One of the most fascinating errors associated with the 1994 quarter is the off-metal strike. This happens when a coin is struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, say, a penny or a dime. These striking errors are exceedingly rare, and when a 1994 quarter is found to be made of the wrong material, collectors scramble for the chance to own it. Another collector's favorite is the double die error. This type of error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been engraved twice in slightly different positions. The result is visible doubling in the design elements such as the lettering, numbers, or even parts of Washington's face. A double die 1994 quarter, especially in high condition, is not just rare, it's incredibly valuable. Then there are the off-center strikes. These happen when the coin blank is not properly centered under the die during striking, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted. The more dramatic the off-center effect, and the clearer the date remains, the more desirable the coin becomes to collectors. Even the edges of 1994 quarters can hold clues to their value. Normally, the copper-nickel-clad composition of these coins produces a two-tone edge with a visible copper stripe. But in rare cases, a coin might show an edge that lacks this stripe, indicating a possible wrong planchet or bonding error. These subtle variations can be worth a closer look, especially if the coin feels heavier or lighter than usual. The presence or absence of a mint mark also plays a role. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear a small d. San Francisco coins, typically proof coins not meant for circulation, have an S. While mint marks alone don't make a coin rare, certain error types are more commonly associated with specific mint locations. For collectors, condition is everything. A circulated 1994 quarter is common, but a coin found in mint state, free from scratches and wear, stands out instantly. Grades such as MS65 or higher, especially when paired with a known mint error, can dramatically boost a coin's value on the open market or in an auction house. Many collectors today have made surprising finds from rolls of quarters, change jars, or inherited collections. It's this thrill of discovery, the idea that an overlooked coin might be a rare gem, that keeps people searching. And the 1994 quarter continues to yield stories of surprising value in the most unexpected places. Authentication from a professional grading company such as PCGS or NGC can be the key to unlocking a coin's potential. These services not only confirm the authenticity of a rare 1994 quarter but also assign a grade that establishes its market value. Without this verification, even a valuable coin might go unrecognized. The Washington quarter itself has a timeless appeal. Its simple, strong design stands as a tribute to American history and leadership. And the fact that it has remained a mainstay in circulation for decades only deepens its connection with collectors of all generations. In recent years, auctions have proven just how much demand exists for rare 1994 quarters. Bidders compete intensely for verified error coins, especially those in high-grade condition. The final sale prices often exceed expectations, showing just how eager the numismatic community is to claim one of these elusive coins. From double strikes and off-center errors to wrong planchets and die varieties, the 1994 Washington quarter continues to surprise experts and collectors alike. Every coin tells a story, and for some, that story ends in a collector's showcase or a major auction spotlight, the reminder that value doesn't always come from appearance. What seems ordinary might be a silent treasure, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. And that's the magic of coins like the 1994 quarter. It transforms curiosity into possibility, and possibility into reward. So if you ever stumble across a 1994 quarter, don't toss it aside. Examine it. Look for imperfections, inconsistencies, or odd features. That seemingly average coin could be hiding a once-in-a-lifetime rarity within its metal, with interest in modern era coins increasing and collectors turning their focus toward post-1965 clad coinage. Coins like the 1994 Washington quarter are becoming even more significant. Their stories continue to unfold, one discovery at a time. Whether you're a lifelong numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, there's something thrilling about searching for hidden value in the everyday. The 1994 quarter proves that the journey is just as exciting as the destination, and in one remarkable case that stunned even seasoned experts, a rare and beautifully preserved 1994 Washington quarter, struck with an extraordinary mint error and authenticated in top-grade condition, was sold at a high-profile auction for a staggering total of $85,000.